Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So despite the banking sector collapsing or, at least waiting on the sidelines, seeing if there's going to be another shoe to drop, we've got the crypto industry still staying fairly robust, still staying on track to what we would assume would happen in a typical 4-year cycle. We got Bitcoin right now trading at $25,000, just over $25,000 per coin. And you guys can see here, Bitcoin was flirting with this level of resistance over the last few days. We weren't really too sure what was going to happen. We did pierce through that level and then got rejected, closing below that level on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we did retest that level, but eventually we did dip back down. Now today, Bitcoin is looking like it is gunning for that level again. So again, $25,000 per coin. And you guys can see here, once we get up past that, I think 26,000, we were talking about 26,000 yesterday, that is going to be another sign that we're moving to the upside, that Bitcoin is remaining bullish. So it's looking like everything is on target. Bringing up XRP here. XRP not faring as well, although XRP, this is par for the course. XRP trading right now at 0.365. And if I throw XRP on the hourly, you can see, it's trying to move up here. We were getting a lot of bad news from the banking sector. On the micro time frame, we are seeing it is forming a small double bottom, a W pattern here. So hopefully, this next move up for Bitcoin is going to help XRP really move to the upside. But like I said, guys, this is all par for the course for what is going to happen next in cryptocurrency. Let me throw on the total market cap here real quickly. Total market cap looking very healthy. Of course, Bitcoin is the leader, but since the crypto market is now comprised of many different altcoins, doesn't look like the total market cap is faring as well as Bitcoin. So it's looking as though much of the market coinciding with Bitcoin. However, the numbers, the rally rates are varying for different coins. Going to keep an eye on this, guys. Lots to talk about today, like digital perspectives here. Asking this, what in the world is going on? Why is the Federal Reserve note missing from the current U.S. debt clock? And why does it say U.S. Treasury dollars now? Are we missing the bigger picture? Now, what he's noticing here, take a look at this, guys. Money creation, U.S. Treasury dollars. And then it gives a value for that. But if we go back to an historic clock, we don't actually have that valuation here. It says Federal Reserve monetary base. And if I show you guys here, I've got the live U.S. debt clock here. You guys can see that down here. So they've definitely changed this. Going to the US debt clock, if you go up here, debt clock time machine, and then you click this day in 2020, you guys can see it does bring you back to an old value model here. And as you guys can see, it has now changed. So is this the process of something bigger that is changing in our system, at least in the United States? All questions to be asking right now. More than ever are we wondering what the heck is going on. We've also got Operation Choke Point, and I know in yesterday's video I called it checkpoint by accident. Sometimes my brain is working faster than the rate that I can get out the words, so sometimes I say words wrong. I know, I do apologize if I do catch it in post. I try to make a note. Sometimes I just don't catch it, though. Operation Choke Point on steroids now. This coming from Caitlin Long here, guys. Retweeting out Gabriel Shapiro's tweet. Check this out. They are not even hiding it anymore. Exclusive U.S. regulator eyes. Friday bids for SVB Signature Bank sources. So the FDIC have asked banks interested in acquiring failed lender Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank to submit bids by March 17th, so that would be tomorrow. People familiar with the matter said on Wednesday, the new auctions show how FDIC is making a concerted effort to return the lenders to the private sector after regulators took over Silicon Valley Bank last Friday. And so this will be the FDIC's second attempt at selling SVB after a failed effort on Sunday. The FDIC has since retained investment bank Piper Sandler Companies to run a new auction. But guys, check this out. Any buyer of Signature must agree to give up all the crypto business at the bank, the two sources added. So if this is not a clause to deter the smaller banks from deciding to, purchase these banks, with the hopes that they could get into the crypto market, this statement here is certainly dissuading them from doing so. If you are to purchase this bank, you will not have any exposure to their crypto business. Operation Choke Point 2.0 in full force. A cost crypto down here saying the US is actually embarrassing at this point. The rest of the world is looking on just now, using every exchange available and laughing at these boomers trying to battle tech. Unemployed Atlas down here saying, I don't even understand why this is even being mentioned. The bank's insolvency has nothing to do with crypto companies. And, this is what's getting everybody shaking their head. When Barney Frank came out the other day and said, Signature Bank is fully solvent, and the reason why we're closing was politically motivated. I think that was, the final card that was shown in the powers that be's hand. They are picking no bones about it. They are saying, look, if you are not one of us, you cannot enter the crypto space. And people are noticing it, guys. It is not going unnoticed. I guess I just wonder what is going to happen next, if there are going to be lawsuits or if I don't know. I mean, who's going to want to pick up a bank, especially like Signature in the case of Signature, where they've said they were one of the most crypto forward banks in the United States. So obviously, a large portion of their business would be crypto related. So, who would decide, okay, yeah, I'll pick this bank up, but I'm not going to take any of their crypto business, when in fact, the crypto business was such a large part of their business. So this could create other problems. I'm also noticing this, guys, from Ashley here on Twitter. And has anyone else seen this? Dear valued customer, okay, this is coming from Crypto.com. To improve the security of your Crypto.com app account, we will be retiring existing deposit addresses and providing new deposit addresses. This change will occur for the following tokens on March 21st, 2023. Coincidentally, all lining up with the ISO 20022 integration, or at least the beginning parts of that integration. Also on this current backdrop that we're seeing with banks collapsing and bigger banks looking to adopt cryptocurrency. So we've got Atom, BNB Coin, CRO, EOS, HBAR, Luna, LUNC, Luna Classic, XLM, and XRP. So only naming specific coins for this purpose too. Interesting news. I don't know if there's anything to it, but it is something that we should be definitely keeping our eye on. Wanted to thank Ashley for posting that. I also happen to see this, guys. Fidelity Crypto quietly went live. Coincidence? I think not. Quietly went live, giving millions of retail customers access to Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is something else that's happening. Fidelity Digital Assets quietly opened access to Fidelity Crypto for the masses recently. Millions of users can now trade Bitcoin and Ether commission-free on the platform. The app was previously restricted to a waitlist, with users given access on a rolling basis. Fidelity Crypto is open, and new and existing customers, first-time customers, must create a Fidelity brokerage account during the setup process. So guys, Fidelity, one of the big guys, quietly, and you notice how the block mentioned this, quietly went live. This was not a big to-do, right? They did not make such a big deal about it. Clearly, they were planning to do this strategically in and amongst these collapses that we're seeing. Trust in crypto is receding, is at least their theory. I personally don't think it is, but I think that, the powers that be and the guys that run these big organizations, they were thinking, okay, this will be the time. This is when we pounce. We're going to perpetuate this narrative to lessen people's confidence in cryptocurrency. And then we're going to be like, hey, look, we're the big guys. You can trust us. We're Fidelity. And we are offering you guys a crypto solution. So very, very sneaky, I got to say. Obviously, though, they're only offering Bitcoin and Ether. These are the two assets users can trade right now, and trading is commission-free. The firm will charge a spread of no more than 1%. Withdrawals haven't been enabled on the platform yet, so it sounds like they're still in beta, which is kind of ridiculous if you ask me. Fidelity, which 37.1 million total retail accounts, has acted sooner than most of its peers in the US in offering crypto for retail clients. And notice, guys, this is a retail-facing platform. This is meant for the plebes, meant for you and I. The full launch happened over the past few weeks, according to sources with knowledge of the matter. The launch coincided with an increasingly hot regulatory environment in the US and the collapse of two of crypto's biggest banking partners, Silvergate and Signature Bank. The investment manager filed 3 U.S. trademark applications at the end of 2022. The applications included providing services in the metaverse and other virtual worlds. So you guys can see these guys are not even exclusively looking at crypto for trading specifically. They've also patented other use cases for other applications for the metaverse, virtual worlds. They realize blockchain, DLT technology, all this crypto stuff, it's going to extend to a larger portion, more than what we are doing today, and in such a larger capacity, and they want to be ready. And even the block is pointing it out here, coinciding with an increasingly hot regulatory environment and the collapse, coincidentally enough, probably not so coincidentally, the collapse of 2 banks. So guys, this is the backdrop we're working with. Luckily, we are seeing global partnership news with some of the cryptocurrency companies that we know, like Ripple in this case. Mike Manfield here bringing this up. Novati launches a multi-currency platform for Australian bill payments. So more Novati news. We were talking about them the other day, but Novati Bill Pay now enables businesses with BPay bills to accept payments from people overseas who prefer to pay in their currency of choice using digital wallets. So again, more development here for digital payments specifically, designed for international students, new migrants, and people overseas without access to an Australian bank account. Users can choose to pay using Australian bills such as tuition fees, rent, utility bills, and council fees using a range of Asian currencies as amended and updated from time to time. And there was a little asterisk. If you go down here, it says currently an offer as of March 2023, so current for this month, the Chinese yuan, the Hong Kong dollar, the Indonesian rupiah, the Philippine peso, the Malaysian ringgit, the Thai baht, and the South Korean won are some of the currencies that they're talking about here. Well, Novati Bill Pay platform is new. Novati's subsidiary Flex Wallet Pty Limited Trading as China Payments has been offering consumers and businesses a simple and secure solution that enables them to pay their BPay bills using Chinese payment methods such as UnionPay, WeChat Pay, and Alipay since 2017. So you guys can see this has already been implemented in some way, shape, or form before the Ripple partnership. Nevertheless, we do know there is a connection with Ripple and WeChat already. With the strong market presence and uptake among Chinese users, this has created an opportunity for Novati to extend its bill pay services to a wider Asia-Pacific region and potentially other markets in the future to facilitate effective cross-border payments in and out of Australia. So more news here for Ripple partner Novati. I have full confidence that these guys are maximizing their potential. Obviously, Ripple doing what they can in other parts of the world. I mean, I got to say, if I were at Ripple, I would totally want Brooks Entwistle's job or somebody like that, Naveen Gupta, somebody who doesn't work in the US, because you can always go back to your boss and be like, hey, look how successful we are in the MENA region or wherever. Meanwhile, in the United States, yeah, that's right. Want to keep moving along, guys. The Cryptic Poet here posting this. Okay, so more VeChain development. Again, another project that is hitting it out of the park. Here they're applying for a patent for the Internet of Things. To conquer this billion-dollar industry, enterprise-grade decentralized blockchain protocol VeChain has reportedly filed patents for the Internet of Things, for new Internet of Things innovations, according to the confirmation of the information by the official account of the VeChain protocol on Twitter. The L1 protocol looks to harness the use of blockchain tech to bootstrap the interconnection of the different actors of the Internet of Things sector. So they are applying for new patents here, and it's sounding a little cryptic as of now. In justifying the application, VeChain said the IoT devices, the software powering the interconnection, often exhibit different product specifications, different identifiers, and different communication standards that make it hard for protocols to synchronize appropriately. So looking like they're trying to beef up their system here. VeChain continues to build the future of blockchain IoT, or the Internet of Things, and the base of the digital industrial revolution. Our expert technical teams are pioneering the next generation of the global economy. With VORJ, building with us has never been easier. So another patent here, as per Sebastian, ROK. You guys can click on this and see the details of the patent if you guys are interested. I will leave all this in the description of the video. A lot of details here. If you guys are interested in the VeChain project, I know some of you guys are. VeChain's just been another one of those cryptocurrencies that did very well in the last bull run. I personally got in under 2 cents. I believe it was 0.018. VeChain right now trading at 0.022. So I'm above water on my investment. I only did sell about 50% of my VeChain in the last bull run. Did very, very well on that trade. I sold it somewhere near the top. When I sold my BNB coin, I sold that one. My price target for BNB was $651 per coin. Made a tidy profit there, but kept 50% of my VeChain in hopes that it would go higher. I mean, we were still hoping for that $13 to $15 XRP. Obviously, that never happened, guys, but this bull run, this one is going to be different. As you guys can see, VeChain is trading in conjunction with the rest of the market. It is hitting support down in here. Probably a pretty good time to buy. Of course, that is not financial advice. And even if we make it back up to all-time high, that is another 1,100% gain for VeChain, even if you buy it today. So a good project, lots being built on there. Wanted to keep moving along though, guys. Eleanor Turret here posting this. The timing on this is interesting. So now we're getting news. The Federal Reserve is launching their own payment network that's designed to settle payments in seconds. So here it is. Check this out. The Federal Reserve Financial Services Division on Wednesday announced the launch of a new instant payment system, FEDNow, that will roll out in July. The central bank says financial institutions can begin formal certification to participate in the new speedy service starting in April. Here's a quote, guys. "We couldn't be more excited about the forthcoming FEDNow launch, which will enable every participating financial institution, the smallest to the largest, from all corners of the country to offer a modern instant payment solution." This coming from Ken Montgomery, first vice president of the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston and the FEDNow program executive. Remember that name, Ken Montgomery, because we're going to get back to him. With the launch drawing near, we urge financial institutions and their industrial partners to move full steam ahead with preparations to join the FEDNow service. Down here it says, the central bank says the FEDNow service will allow for financial institutions to process payments around the clock every day of every year, rather than just being confined to banking hours. So this is the first step for these guys, looking to roll out instant payments. And I know in the past, we talked about the Ripple connection there through Valente, US FedNow instant payments, end-to-end instant payment processing through FedNow using Valente technologies. We talked a little bit about how Valente is using VolPay for Ripple. The VolPay Ripple processor module speeds integration to the Ripple global settlement network. So for years, we were talking about how FedNow could be running on Ripple. However, there has been new news that has come out as of late. XRP Nuts down here posting this. FedNow SM Services chooses Cypherium as a service provider. And before you guys say, that's FUD, or so they're not using XRP. Why are you even bothering? Guys, let's not jump the gun here. Let's not jump to conclusions. So on the surface, first of all, I guess we have to go back and remember, a lot of these blockchains are interoperable. There is not going to be one coin that rules them all. And, a lot of these projects are going to complement other projects. So yes, FedNow services using Cypherium, but let's pay attention to some of the other facts here. Mr. Man on Twitter bringing this up. So with regards to FedNow and Cypherium clearing systems, some of the more crucial functions that banks provide include clearing, settling, and transferring funds between separate ledgers. A single bank cannot provide these services alone. All right. Instead, these tasks are accomplished through communicating and sharing liquidity among different banks in different countries and regions. So, first off, they cannot provide these functions alone. This bank is definitely going to be communicating with many different banks, so we got to remember that. I know FedNow, they're talking about domestic payments here, but just hear me out for a second, because this also references the Cypherium clearing system. So they're going to need a complementary system, I think, to provide that liquidity. Enter Ripple, enter XRP. That would explain, obviously, the Valente connection and the VolPay using Ripple processor module. This goes on to say, in this way, clearing systems can be thought of as a network of channels and hubs connecting bank liquidity. So guys, there is one point that I wanted to mention. Wheezy at Nerd Nation Unboxed also brought this up. Ken Montgomery. I told you guys to remember that name. He is the FedNow program executive. We'll get this connection, okay? Ken Montgomery was head of the Faster Payments Task Force when Aaron Wright proposed them using Ripple for faster payments. Ken Montgomery is now at FedNow, and they're ready to launch instant payments as the lawsuit comes to an end. So guys, just to go back a few years here, Faster Payments Task Force participant roster included Ryan Zagone at Ripple. And at that time, Ken Montgomery was the head of the Faster Payments Task Force. The task force has been a useful forum for bringing all voices to the table to discuss the very real and challenging security threats we face in the payment system. This a direct quote from Ken Montgomery. And it was when Aaron Wright proposed them using Ripple for faster payments. I don't know if you guys remember that. Do I have a clip here referencing that? I believe there is a clip somewhere referencing that, although I cannot find it. I have mentioned it in other videos that I've done. I'll see if I can find the video that I've done where Aaron Wright did mention in, I think it was 2014 or 2015, that there was some talk at the Fed about using or leveraging RippleNet for CBDC transfers. And I'll see if I can find that video anyway. I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner if I can. But then, guys, the icing on the cake, there was also this. I don't know if you guys remember this from Anders on Twitter. With all the talks about FedNow, David Schwartz mentions the benefits of domestic real-time payments in a speech. XRP would bridge different real-time payment systems. So this directly from David Schwartz. The biggest obstacle is often the very last hop, getting the funds to the payment recipient throughout the domestic payment systems. So this is exactly what is happening now with FedNow. So there is definitely an opportunity here to bridge domestic real-time payment systems. And then he gives the example, guys, such as FedNow, the clearinghouse for USD, with powerful benefits for SMEs and ultimately consumers around the world. So going back to this from Mr. Man here, Of course, there are going to be some functions like clearing, settling, transferring between separate ledgers that a single bank cannot provide alone. Instead, these tasks are accomplished through communicating and sharing liquidity among different banks in different countries and regions. In this way, clearing systems can be thought of as a network of channels and hubs connecting bank liquidity. So guys, I still do think there is a very, very good chance that there is going to be an opportunity for XRP to be running through FEDNow to help domestic payments settle, just as David Schwartz mentioned here in this speech. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.